welcome back to the Real Talk Trader. And today we have got the one and only Shaky Jake with us, who we're going to enter his mind and understand how he has gone from 0 to 600k in funding. We're going to understand how he remains disciplined with his trading and just a bit about him. And then we've got one big treat for you all. We're going to build a strategy live on this call, and you guys that are already members can use it and modify it to your benefit. Hello, Shaky Jake.
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Well, we've had many members ask for you to come on again and do a full episode. So how does it feel to feel wanted by the group?
It's quite nice, to be fair. Yeah, it'd be nice to give them a strategy they can use as well.
Nice. So let's get into it then. So first of all, we're going to ask you a few questions. Some of the members have come up with a couple of things. So first of all, they want to know a bit about your journey, because to them, you're not a full-time trader. So
No,
I think
not.
it's key for you to talk through how you spend your time in order to have got to 600k in funding.
Well, obviously I work full time. I'm quite lucky that I start at 6 in the morning, so I get my work done nice and early. But if I didn't, I still manage my time so I could get my trading in. So I'd still get up early and I'd do my work in the morning. But yeah, so I do 6 till half 2. I go to the gym after work. And then from probably about half 4 till about 8 with dinner and stuff in between, I'll be behind the charts putting the work in.
And how long do you tend to spend at the gym? Do you go every day? So are you really
Every day.
disciplined with?
Yeah, so I do about an hour Monday to Friday, and then a run on the weekend.
And how do you find that going to the gym helps your mentality with trading, but also the discipline?
Well, it keeps you disciplined, doesn't it? Because you have to be in a routine. You're doing stuff that's tough, and on days where you don't want to do it, so it definitely helps you with your mindset. And you have to have a strong mind to be a trader. So if your body isn't healthy, how can your mind be healthy?
So talk us through how you have to have a strong mind. So talk us through some of the emotions that you might have gone through with going from 0 to 600k in funding.
Well, obviously losses can be tough. 'Cause no one wants losses, but it happens in trading, and there's nothing you can do about it. Using accounts, that's tough. It can set you back. It can probably shake your mindset. But you have to have a strong mind to battle the losses, and because the wins do come in the end, it's just trying to stay strong throughout that period.
And how long have you been trading for?
Probably about 4 years now, but about 3 properly.
Okay.
There's
Talk us
definitely
through.
some gambling at the start, which
Yeah,
always
yeah. So
happens.
that's what I want to get into. So if we take it back to day one, talk me through and the viewers through how you found trading, where you started your journey, and how you've developed as a trader.
Well, it started in COVID. Rather than sitting around doing nothing, I thought, why not learn something? And I've always found crypto and trading interesting because you do it from home. Obviously, you can make good money from it. So I remember I went on trading 212. I went in oil. I didn't know what I was doing. I just literally just pressed sell. And I don't know if anyone's been around long enough. Remembers when oil went to below zero?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I pressed sell when it went to below zero. I turned £100 into like 1,500. I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the future. And then obviously I lost all of that. So yeah. So then I realised, well, maybe it's not as easy as it seems. Went to a few groups. Obviously done signals. That no
Yeah.
good. Are rubbish. And then I found Ryan's page on Facebook, just on a Facebook ad. Done his free course. Subscribed, and yeah, I've never looked back after that.
So how have you found that your trading's developed over that time? Because obviously you're now pushing close to 1 million in funding. Like you're closer to 1 million than you are 0. So talk us through how it felt when you got all of that funding, and what type of trading were you doing to get all of that?
Well, it felt amazing, but without sounding big-headed or anything, I knew I'd get there in the end, just because I had that mindset and I knew I'd get there. Um, so what was the other question?
And did you always feel like you were going? Did you feel like you were going to fail at any point during that, knowing that you could definitely get there?
No, I didn't, to be fair, because it took me some accounts took me months to pass, but where I hadn't failed them accounts, I knew I'd pass them because
Hmm.
I think the hardest bit is not failing accounts. So I don't care
Yeah.
how long it takes, as long as I'm not failing my accounts and they're ticking along, that's absolutely fine by me.
And I think that's key, isn't it? Key to the mindset, because we
People
get
want it
so many
ASAP, don't
people.
they?
Yeah, they want to race through it,
Mm,
and then what happens? They're making mistakes, and unfortunately, they then come crying to us because
mm.
they've not passed, and it's all due to just keeping that mind
It honestly doesn't
locked
matter.
in.
One of my accounts I had since end of May, and I passed that in January.
Yeah,
But where I had that one going, I was stacking accounts, so each month I'd be buying more accounts, and I literally passed them all in the same month. So
it's crazy, isn't it? And how did you pass it? Were you manual trading?
no, that was all automated. So probably was it last year in August, I was funded manual trading. This is with your 15.5 course, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I was with the funded trader. So I had 300k with them, had quite a few payouts with them, and then they went they went under, and that was it. I had to say goodbye, so I had to start again.
How did that make you feel? Because I think that's key. I think one thing we need to understand is, whilst prop firms are absolutely amazing, they're not regulated, so they
No,
can go under at any point. But you've got to think, for 100k, we're putting in 500 quid.
it's
We're
nothing,
not
isn't
having to
it?
sell our
Really?
houses
Mm,
or find money ourselves. So yeah, you rinsed quite a lot of money out of them
yeah,
before
I got my money's
before
worth,
you.
so it's all good.
Yeah, so how did it feel? Because obviously we were very close then, and I know how you felt, but
Mm.
I think it's key to understand, because that was what, 300k
Yeah,
you just
300k.
lost overnight.
Yeah, it was tough. It was, but you just got to bounce back, don't you? This is where mindset comes into play because some people might
Hmm.
give up and think, well, that's it, it's over. But I just went straight back into it, what's more challenges, and then it took me a while. I found 2024 quite a tough year with trading, but this year's been a lot better. And I
It's been
think
insane.
going through that year has helped me as a trader to realise it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and you know it can be tough, but it teaches you.
So how has automated trading benefited your life? Because obviously you work full time.
Mm.
What type of job do you do? Is it manual?
Yeah, so I say it's manual, but I use a scalpel. It's composites, so I make carbon fiber parts for like supercars, and I used to do Formula One, but I now work for a company called AC Cars, and we strictly make AC cars now.
Okay.
Um,
So do you
so
get time to look at the charts?
yeah, but I'm not meant to be on my phone, so it's quick, quick check. So this is where fully automated trading really helps because I can do the work at home, and then
Hmm.
once it's all set up, it just trades for me.
So, in terms of trading for you,
Hmm.
what do you mean? Obviously, I understand it. So there's a lot of people that watch this and think that they cannot do this because they work full time.
Oh no,
Whereas you and I know that we can make a lot of money even if we do work full time.
yeah, no. If you're working full time, this is definitely for you because you put in the work outside of work hours. So this is where you make your strategies. You put in the work when it suits you, and then it's working 24/7. Once you've made your strategy and it's set up, it's working 24/7.
Hmm. Does it trade overnight for you?
If you set it to trade overnight, so obviously you got your session indicators. So if you want it to trade during the Sydney and Tokyo session, then it'll trade
Uh-huh.
overnight for you.
There's no better feeling, is there, than waking up in the morning to like 3 or 4 grand just sat there
Yeah, just sat
thinking,
there. It definitely gets you
I
out of bed.
Yeah. So we're fast forward then. So that's how you started your journey. You're now at 600k in funding. How are you finding those accounts? Is it adding a new pressure, or because you've learned to keep your head in the game, are you finding them quite easy to manage and you've
It's
got no emotion?
no, I've got no emotion because I think luckily I managed to get some payouts pretty soon, so I got my refunds back. So as soon as you got your refund back, it's risk free, and you know if you lose, obviously I don't want to lose it, but if I do, you know it's not the end of the world. I've made my return back from it.
What's your why for trading?
My why? Well, I have a kid on the way, so that's another one. I want to support him. Want him to have a good life. And it'd be nice for my missus not to have to work as well, so she can be the kid. And you know, that's her dream to be a stay-at-home mum. She'd love that. And obviously, I'd like to
Oh,
give that to her. And um, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of us are materialistic as well, so it'd be nice to have a nice car and stuff like that.
but it's not the most important. Like when you have a kid, like it
Yeah, you want them
changes
to have
everything,
a
doesn't it?
yeah, you want them to
So
have a
what
nice life. And to be honest, trading
your
keeps me on the straight and narrow as well. Like it's so embedded in me now. You know, it keeps me disciplined with gym and everything like that. You know, it all comes together. It does make you a better person.
Oh, it definitely does. But if you were to go back 12 months and have this 600K in funding,
Mm,
where would you be in terms of those withdrawals? Because obviously you didn't know you were having a little boy
yeah.
back then. So how's your mindset flipped just with how your life has evolved, basically?
To be honest with you, my mindset's stayed the same. To be honest with you, yeah, nothing's changed because you had to. Brian always says this. To be successful, you have to be the type of person to attract success.
Uh-huh.
So before I got to this stage, I had to become that person. So
Yeah.
nothing's changed, to be honest with you.
And if you were to give a couple of tips to any new trader looking to get into it, so some of the viewers are not trading with us at this stage,
Mhm.
but what advice would you give them? Just a couple of things.
Um, just go for it because uh, obviously there's sign up fees and stuff like that. So people will think, oh, you know, I've got to make my money back because I'm paying for subscriptions. Or I need to get funded ASAP. But at the end of the day, you've got to treat it like a business because most businesses don't make money for like a good couple of years. Obviously, with automated trading, you can get that down quicker, but you still have to put in that investment to get where you want to be.
Hmm.
If you don't take the leap, then you're always going to be doing what you're doing, which is just working full time. And
Yeah.
obviously, my end goal is to be able to do this full time. But you don't want to. You want to do that slowly. You definitely don't want to jump into that.
Yeah, you don't want to rush it, quit your
Absolutely
job.
not.
But I just want to cover one thing because obviously back when I released 15.5 is
Mm,
you were one of the first people that I
I
showed
was. Yeah, I
what the
just gave you a
strategy
little message,
was,
didn't I?
yeah, how to trade it, and you picked it up instantly.
Hmm.
And obviously it's not just been your trading that I've seen develop, it's also your ability to help and mentor others because
Hmm.
you're a key point, a key person to rolling out that 15.5. So thank you for that, and hopefully
No,
that's
thank you
helped
for
you
teaching
develop
me. Absolutely. Yeah,
as a
I wouldn't be here
trader.
without it.
So, well, what I want to get into now then is your automated trading and how you create a strategy because
Hmm.
I think we've got to know the real Shaky Jake. Into the screen share, Jake,
Yep.
and show us exactly how you create an automated strategy and how easy it is to literally set it up.
So this is a search I've done on gold. Um, it's going to be a bit laggy, I reckon. So first of all, I'm going to look here, look at the data wizard. So Tokyo and New York are definitely my best sessions here. So I'm
Mhm.
going to see what happens when I take off Sydney.
So we can see here that this will backtest literally 12 months of data just as you can change any setting, can't you? And it
Yeah.
will just switch it back and forth, testing. Whereas you and I, when we were testing 15.5, God, that took months.
Oh yeah, it took ages because we released UJ together, didn't we? And you
Yeah, we
prepare for
did.
it, and yeah, you're doing about a month every half hour or so. So
Yeah.
it does take some time. So taking off Sydney, I lost 2%.
Uh-huh.
However, That's more like 7 trades, and my percentage profit has gone up. So I'm going to leave that off for the time being, so I can always turn it on later on.
Okay.
See what happens if you move it London.
So all Jake's doing here is he's removing trading sessions, because the automated system, we can take off days, we can take off sessions. So if you want to have a Friday off, like I think most of my strategies don't really trade on a Friday.
Yeah, no,
so,
I take Friday off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
seems to help them.
it's like, it would take us, well, probably years to work this out on a manual trading strategy. So
Yeah, because
we've got all of
that
this
one
here.
change, I'd have to go back and test everything. So
Yeah.
I've turned 2 sessions off, so I'd have to check that all over manually. It take ages. So no, this is great. So I've taken London off here, and my percentage profitable has gone up, and my net profit has gone up. So I'm definitely going to leave that off.
When you're looking at your profitable trades, what
Yeah.
are you looking for it to be around to be an acceptable strategy for you?
So I like 70 plus, but it all depends on the type of strategy. So this is like a scalping strategy. So I'm risking 1% to get 1.2% back. So I would like 75 plus really for this,
Okay.
at least. But I'm aiming for 80s. So I'm gonna play with the training sessions. I'm quite happy with this. So I'm gonna start top down, train some of the EMAs, see if any of them help out. So that helped out massively. So I'll keep 4 in mind.
It has, hasn't it? So you'll literally just go through the settings, just play around with
one by one. So I think I'm going to stick with 4 here.
Okay.
Let's work our way down again. Now, signal intensities, I normally leave these for the strategy wizard to do.
Okay. So have you already put that through the strategy wizard?
Yeah, to get this, but I'll do a refined search on sequential. So this will go through, if I do 0 to 10, say, it will start from 0 and work its way up. It's more of a fine tune.
So it's literally increasing this strategy, just literally by you changing
slight details, and I don't have to backtest any of this either. It's all done for me. So I think that's a little bit better. There's only slight improvements. Yeah.
So a lot of people are probably looking at that now and thinking, Jake, that's perfect. But I can see something that isn't that. I wouldn't take this strategy live for one reason.
3 losses in a row. I want to get that down to 2, because when you've got prop firms, obviously you have a max drawdown limit, so you want to get that as low as possible. So all of my strategies need to be 2 or below. So I'm fairly happy with this. I'll go back to these later on, but let's see if we can try anything else. So let's change my stop loss.
And obviously it's a bit slower because you're talking us through what you're doing. But if you're just sat there, just doing this, like this strategy would just take, well, half hour to tweak to get to a basic standard. But we know you have to have perfection. So we know that you will sit there for hours going through it.
I'll sit for hours, yeah. You got to check everything.
Yeah, so, however, I would, as soon as that max equity drawdown hit 2%, 2.5% or below, but it achieves everything else, I would take it live.
Yeah.
But that's up to the user, isn't it? It's completely this system, you can make it however you want. There's not one size fits all. You make it how you want to make it.
So here I've just changed, as you saw, I've changed my stop loss. Literally, I press one button and my percentage profit has gone up and my net profit has gone up. So 8%, that's quite nice. So let's work our way down. To try a little fine tweak. Go up in 0.5s with this. Nope. Go down to my trend filters now.
So a lot of the questions I get are, do I need to understand what all of this means? So the question to you is, do you need to understand what a trend filter is? Do you need to understand what an entry type is? Or is it literally you're just moving data around?
You're just moving data around. It does help, but if you want to know, it's all explained here for you. So
Brilliant.
there's no need to have to work it out for yourself. It's all there for you. So not much helped here. So what I like to do, so 1 hour time frame trend filter has helped, and on a 4 sensitivity, what I then like to do, I like to go through them. So I'll
Yeah.
try a 30 on an 8.
Okay.
Try a few different sensitivities.
So there's going to be one thing here, isn't there, that's literally going to drop down your drawdown to exactly where you want it to be, and it's just so a lot of new starters that join us, it's obviously quite overwhelming, but it is just a case of just going through all the
It's
figures.
just trial and error, because there's so many combinations to try. So I've tried half hour, I'm going to 10 minute. I'm going to try the 25.
So you've
So there
just
we go,
got
look
this.
at that.
Yeah, it's definitely changing.
It's helped.
So it's literally just you kind of know where to start because of your experience in using
Yes.
this. Otherwise, like a new person that's joined, literally just put in any figures and it will change it, and then you'll work out which direction you need to go. It's honestly as simple as that.
So that's nice. So that's better, but I've still got my max 3 losses, so I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to go one step further. Let's try the 5, and let's try 50. If it loads. There we go. Look at that.
2.
It's just what I wanted. So let's try a few different settings.
So then you'll just literally play around close to the 50 to see if it brings it down anymore, which it is.
Yep. So my little trick here, obviously 1 hour, 30 minutes is half of 1 hour.
Yeah.
So I had that on 4, so I'll then go to 8. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'll work my way through like that, because 1 hour and 4 on the sensitivity, it did work, but I need to get that losses down, so I'll go through and try like this. So I think we'll leave it on 50.
It's a lovely strategy. Like 83% in a year. So if someone ran this from June last year, they would literally be 83% up on their account. So that's 83,000. Like that's
a lot
double,
of money,
if not triple, most people's salaries.
That's just on one account, but imagine if you have a few of them.
Imagine if you have your 600k, Jake.
Exactly, it's a lot of money, isn't it, when you think of it?
So it just, I think that this system essentially shows you how easy it is to scale your capital. You have to still show patience because we can't predict the future markets, but it's just insane how, if you can keep your head in the game, you can earn so much money from trading, but you have to go through that barrier. Otherwise, unfortunately, you'll keep going around in circles. If you lose an account, it's the end of the world. If you take a withdrawal, you cannot have the highs and the lows. You have to stay focused at all times.
Absolutely. And you still have to put, I know it's automated, but you still have to put in the work to get to this point. Because no one, I've been doing this for a while. This is quite easy for me now. But you do have to learn the system.
And there's tutorials for that. So as long as you...
for that, and there's people in the group. I'm in the group, so people drop me messages, and I always help out. So let's try and fine tune this a little bit more.
So what are we trying to achieve now? Because you've got your 2 losses. Is this Shaky Jake's perfection coming into play here?
I'm pushing it to its absolute limits. Because you can squeeze more out of it. No, I think that'd be better like that then. So I'll probably leave it like that for the time being, and then if people want to use that, feel free, but obviously make your own changes because everyone will have the same settings otherwise. And prop firms don't copy trading.
Hold it in one place, take a screenshot, Now, guys,
that, and
and then
there's the other section.
There you go. So there you go. Look, 84% with 109 trades, 2.67 max drawdown at any one point, and 80% profitable. So out of 100 trades, you are likely to get 20 losses, but we just don't know when. But the rest of the stats and the back-tested data are showing us we created that in 10 minutes.
Yeah, nice and easy. You can see all these wins here. All them blues.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that run. So there you go. That'd be a prop firm pass there, because there's definitely 10.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Look, I know you've had max consecutive 16. So Jake is now using AI and automation to help him, to allow him. It's going to give him time to spend with his little boy. So Jake, thank you. This will be really helpful to other users. So is there any other final words that you would like to give to the viewers before we say bye and get you back in a couple of weeks?
Just keep going. No matter how tough it gets, you got to carry on pushing through, because I've been in some lows in my trading career. But if I did push through, I wouldn't be where I am now. And a big one is fitness. Some people may not agree with this, but if you don't have some sort of fitness routine, you don't have to be at the gym lifting weights, but if you're not doing some sort of fitness and you're doing it regularly on set days, honestly don't think you can become a trader. And that's how important I think fitness is for trading.
That's great advice. So what are the people that do it? What are people doing that are not out training or trading, Jake?
Watching TV. Such a waste of time TV is, I'm afraid.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And like an hour here and there. If you don't eat
hour before bed or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're just sat there watching TV all weekend, you can't be doing that. And also putting the work in on weekends as well. Say person A is doing 7 days a week. Just 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. Person B is only doing weekdays, is having all weekends off to watch TV or do whatever they want to do.
Have a hangover.
Person A has an extra over 200 hours ahead of person B. So you've got to be putting the work in weekends all year round, but you'll have a right balance. I'm not saying just work, but you got to find time to put in the work over the weekends.
Yeah, and just to make it clear, we are recording this on a mid-morning on a Saturday, so Jake has given up his weekend to help you viewers and to understand his story. So we'll leave it there. Thank you, Jake, for being a guest again and doing a full episode with us. So guys, again, if you want to understand how Jake and I trade, I'll put Jake's Instagram link in, so you can message him on there if you want to know a bit more. Otherwise, there will be a link in the description for my Instagram, Jake's Instagram, and a link to book a free demo call to see how we trade. So thank you, Jake. And we've got a new member coming on next week. So we will understand how they found the first few weeks of their journey. And I'll catch you all then.
See you later.